in this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. I'm going to talk about what I seen on a particular YouTuber's channel. Just show a picture of his channel if you guys want to subscribe. But there's part of it that where he got these particular TikTok videos to talk about and make fun of, or but I don't want to steal any of his content. I'll just show you a picture of his channel and show you where I got it. And before I get started, I said I subscribe to a couple YouTubers who make fun of a lot of this cringy content that people make fools of themselves, you know. And don't get me wrong, I can give a fraction of a shit somebody else's affectional preference or whatever the hell they want to identify as, but the problem, it becomes a problem and it becomes a mental illness when one makes a case that somebody's picking on them because they identify as this or that, and they decide to lash out at people, go shooting people. That's where the problem is. That's where it becomes a problem. So evidently this guy, he made his video, he talked about these TikTok videos, and there's a couple Twitter things that people snag, and I tried looking on YouTube for such content. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the YouTuber ODINS Men gets a hold of some of that and makes fun of it. You know, that's the stuff that I watch. But anyway, this YouTuber, Heavy Duty Country, he talks about guns and different things like that and other kind of news. But anyway, what got me is, alright, this shooting at this Christian school, right? Definitely a tragedy, definitely no joke. Somebody that identifies as another gender, evidently they had an issue with people picking on them because they're another gender, and they had issues with the Christian school, what they didn't like, so they decided to shoot a couple people. A couple of them were adults, and shot a couple kids. And this YouTuber featured these cringy and rather bizarre and demented videos of TikTokers sticking up for the shooter as if they were trying to make them in some kind of martyr. And this shooter is not a martyr. These people are mentally deranged putting that shit on TikTok and Twitter or whatever the hell. When you cannot call a particular person to be any part of an oppressed group. When they got shot by the police, rightly so, by the way, when they go and shoot somebody's kids, shooting innocent kids and then teachers or whatever. And absolutely anybody I'm not even making any wisecracks at every single person of that culture. And quite frankly, I think that anybody in that LGBT or the trans community and that, even though if they do think anybody's picking on them because of that, if I were them, I'd be distancing myself from that shit. I mean, and I'm presuming that maybe 90% of them are. You know what I mean? Because that shit's no better than any of the other shootings going on. That Las Vegas
shooting. A guy shoots up a bunch of people in a concert in a hotel and shoots himself. Evidently, he had all the money he wanted and gambled anytime he felt like it, and then he couldn't stand other people having a good time. Or synagogue shooting people because of Jews. That's no good. Nobody condones that. And well, anybody in this particular shooting in a school, that makes a particular demographic of people look bad, and they're not all bad. But anybody, and I am calling this like video out, I'm not wanting to grift off this channel, I just say I look at different channels, and I didn't see any YouTubers so far that I searched for talking about this. But, and again, the titles, you try to search them by title, a lot of smarter YouTubers don't have anything in the titles or hashtags, because when this bullshit gets called out by a YouTuber, they want to get the shit deleted. But yet if it's somebody that's, Republican, conservative, and the right to bear arms, one little thing happens, like Capitol riot, they're still talking about that, it's kind of, which I don't condone that shit either, but I'll say I'm not saying about any particular person's culture. I'm going to say a little bit of everybody wants to get stuff taken down and don't want you talking about them and criticizing their videos, right? And try to get everybody's shit taken down for criticizing them or exposing the stuff, right? But they're admitting the shit. They're admitting they're hating the videos. What the hell, you know what I mean? But anyway, TikTok videos got taken down. There was the YouTuber featured a Twitter comment. I'm listening to my partner, not speaking. My partner sitting right there, and she's looking at it like, I'm not speaking for her, but it's like, I'm telling her, yep, this is what's, you look at a lot of different things on YouTube and different things, this is what the world is now. On Twitter, I hope the hell they go to jail, this person on Twitter too. I hope the hell they track them. Well, you look for yourself on his channel, Twitter comment. He said whoever it was on his Twitter would be saying, quote, kill Christ cucks and kill Christ cuck babies and throw them in a garbage, slam dunk them in a garbage can. And I'm to keep in mind, that's not the whole LGBT community saying that. I'd never want to think that. I think that's just some asshole saying it. And if I were one of the LGBT people, I'd be saying, yeah, that shit ain't me. And a lot of them in those communities probably looking at this shit and saying, well, I don't want nothing to do with that shit. But anyway, there are a couple douchebags, angry, mentally ill individuals, uninformed individuals, threatening to kill police because the police shot this person. And looking at this stuff that this dude featured in his videos, it's like, where in the hell does these kids have the nerve to threaten police and then threaten, quote, Christ cuck babies or whatever the hell, when that person went in a school and shot a bunch of people and shot a couple of kids that had their whole life ahead of them. And I don't care if you're LGBT or you're white, black, or anybody, and there's a lot of people of different colors did this shit, and then drive-by shootings. The minute you go in a building and shoot somebody's kids, then any validation of any kind of oppression, somebody picking on you because you're whatever, is totally invalid. If you decide to shoot people, innocent kids and people that had nothing to do with the shit, just because you have some hate for somebody else, then if you do something like that, which is against the law, you get shot by the police and dead. It's your own damn fault. Or if you get shot and injured and captured, you deserve to go to prison for the rest of your life. No different than the guy who went into a synagogue, no different than a guy who did that there Las Vegas shooting. Let's see, a whole bunch of other ones. I can sit there and go down the list. No different. And I said, they're all cowards. And not that I'm egging anybody on to do this, but if people want to do this shit, instead of going after innocent people, there's places in neighborhoods you can walk down some dark alley in some city, in a certain place where somebody will just try to kill. Well, and anyway, and there's like places like that you wouldn't even get the gun out of your jacket. People just drive by and the people that do cowardly shit like this, they'd never survive in some of the places. You know what I mean? Not that I meant, not at all. I'm not suggesting or egging on anybody to do that, but I'm just saying, why don't they go out in some of these cities and go do that shit? There'd be plenty of gunslinging people pull a gun on them. They wouldn't do it. They know they'd get killed, so they go and shoot innocent people like that, and then dumbass people thinking they're a martyr. So anyway, not to go on and on about it, these like people are just totally retarded or whatever. This person that did this in the school is not a martyr. Hey, everybody else knows that. Yeah, they're not a martyr because they went in somewhere and shot some innocent people and shot somebody's kids. There's no way they can be a martyr for no LGBT community, and I'm pretty sure parts of that community don't think so. If they were smart, they'd be wanting to stay away from that shit. And I'd say to some people, don't be giving me that, what about the Capitol riot? So no, a lot of us don't condone that shit either. I for one ain't going to federal prison for nobody. And I don't like Antifa either. I ain't going to damn prison for none of them either. People drag their feet coming after them, for damn shit. They don't go for rioting in the streets and damaging people's property. Or, well, I'm going to end it right here, but the rest of it is couple of dumbass kids brandishing actual guns and ejecting it out of the chamber or whatever the hell did he featured. Not a good idea to do because that's something that the law kind of frowns upon. I mean, you have a right to own a gun if you pass the background checks and all that, but nobody has a right to be stupid. It don't matter if you're black or white, or anybody, and it's just not right. Yeah, nobody has a right to make a hero out of this person or any other list of people that do the same things. Yeah, this person's not special. They're not a martyr. They shot somebody's kids that the parents are never going to get to see them grow up, graduate high school, or get married and all that. The person that did this incident was a dirtbag. No people on TikTok have any right whatsoever to make a hero out of him and declare any kind of war against whoever the hell. But anyway, before I end this, the very beginning of his video, you go look at it yourself. The one girl there running her mouth, I don't know what the hell she had. It looked like a fake gun pretending it's a gun. That shit. Matter of fact, I wanted to make a video about this yesterday, but the beginning of the dude's video where they had her in there, I was thinking about that one at the beginning, and I frankly couldn't make the video. I couldn't stop laughing. I kept trying to take the video over. Plus, there was a lot of traffic yesterday. People coming and going, louder cars and trucks too, and it got dark or whatever, but too much background noise, too distracting. But anyway, I particularly was laughing my ass off at that one. Couldn't stop laughing when I was thinking about it. But there's other ones, complete pieces of crap. The people that write that shit on Twitter, complete pieces of garbage. And anybody that roots for those kind of people are pieces of shit, and you have no respect for whatsoever. Put it that way.